Hello, I'm back with another review. Again, another Beatles album. This time I'm going to do the sixth album, the follow-on to Help, released in December of '65. Rubber Soul. Whew. I called Help a masterpiece. This is equally a masterpiece. This is such a revolutionary album, really. Show the back. Yeah, it's just a masterpiece, this album. This is the one where they started to change direction. They were moving away from the pop orientated stuff. You know, they're like, I think as it was Paul put it, it's quite a big difference. For the space of 2 years, from a song like Thank You Girl or She Loves You to songs on this like Girl and Run for Your Life, for example. Quite a big different change in tone. So, as I said in the last review, from this album onwards, everything is original compositions. It's either Lennon McCartney or George. Ringo kind of has a song on this album that he wrote, but kind of. Anyway, I won't bother getting the thing out because it's the actual record, because it's just the same as the other ones. I probably won't get any of them out now until the White Album. But yeah, it was recorded from October 65 to November 65, I think. Then it came out in early December 65, and then it was number one at Christmas. Yeah, Christmas number one, I think. And was still number one into 66. Anyway, I'll go for it track by track. So, side one opens with Drive My Car. Paul sings this Lennon McCartney song. Really strong track, this one. Really, really like this one. Great opening track. It's a great live song as well. Beatles never did it live, but Paul, he didn't do it anymore, but it used to be the opening song on his around 2009 tour, around that period. I know it's the opening track on the Good Evening New York City live album that he put out in 2009. But yeah, strong song. Anyway, then we have Norwegian Wood, This Bird Has Flown. This one John sings. It's a Lennon McCartney song. It's written about an affair he was having at the time. And this is the first song in history where there's a sitar, or the first Beatles song I should say, where there's a sitar on it. Played by George. Apparently he claims he was just guessing how to play it as well. He couldn't actually play it at this point. He was a good job at guessing. This song is a masterpiece. It is beautiful, this song. Really, really like Norwegian Wood. One of my favourite songs in this album, although I'm probably going to say that about most songs in this album because it's such a good album. After that, we have You Won't See Me, Lennon McCartney song that Paul sings. This one he wrote about Jane Asher after an argument they had. And I really like this song. The harmonies on this song, that the way that John and George harmonise with Paul and lead, is just wow. I think that's what really makes the song special, the vocal performance. Really, really like this. It's actually is it my favourite song on side one? This on Norwegian Wood. Anyway, then we have Nowhere Man, one of the few songs on this album that ever got played live by the Beatles. Lennon McCartney song with lead from John, with backing from Paul and George. I think this song was kind of autobiographical. If you apply it to John in particular at that point, it does make quite a lot of sense from his life at that time. But yeah, it's a good song. It's quite a depressing song in a way, but still like it. Good song, very good song. Then we have George's first song on this album that he's wrote, and he sings lead. Think for Yourself. Paul plays fuzz bass on this. Think for Yourself. Like this song. He never really did say who it was written for. He claims it was probably about the government or someone like that. But yeah, it's a good song. Really like Think for Yourself. Then we have The Word, which is a Lennon McCartney song, which John sings lead on. I like this song. Really like this song. I think John later said this was really the first song he ever did where sort of love was the the sort of, I guess, sort of prequel to All You Need Is Love, Give Peace a Chance, all that stuff. It was kind of this song. I know it's not quite a political statement, but it kind of has that message to a degree, now I've got it, the word is good, the word is love, all that stuff. Then we have the closing track of side one, Michelle, which Paul sings, Lennon McCartney song. Great song, this one. Really like Michelle. Paul's acoustic guitar playing is tip top on point. Yeah, one of the best. I wish he would play this live more often. I think he only ever really plays it in France, and that's because there's French lyrics in it. But yeah, anyway, side 2 opens up with What Goes On. I guess this is about the only thing that you would perhaps class as a filler on this album, but even so, it's a good one. This is Ringo's song that he sings on this album, and it's credited Lennon, McCartney, Starkey. Although Ringo claims he didn't write much of it, it was mainly John and Paul, but I think he came up with maybe a line of the song, so they gave him credit for it. So, yeah, it's alright. Again, it's a bit of country and western, perhaps, you would call it. Yeah, I do quite like it, if I'm honest. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. Anyway, after that we have Girl, one that John sings, Lennon McCartney song. Really like this song. What is it, in 8 Days a Week, I think it's Elvis Costello who says, you know, it was quite a big song when this came out. Well, not big, but it was quite a strange song, you know, to go from lyrics like I want to hold your hand and she loves you and all that stuff to, was she told when she was young that pain would lead to pleasure? Did she understand it when they said, you know, all that stuff? She's the kind of girl that puts you down when friends are there, you feel a fool. You know, much more darker lyrics, much better lyrics, I think. This is when they got much better lyrically, this album. And then we have I'm Looking Through You, a Lennon McCartney song which Paul sings. Ringo on Hammond organ. Anyway, I didn't know that. I just noticed it there on the back of here. This is Paul's second song on this album that he's wrote about an argument with Jane Asher. I think it was the same argument as You Won't See Me. But this one, I've seen him play this live. Really good song, this one. Really like this one. Anyway, then we go into the 4th song of track of side 2. In My Life, Lennon McCartney song, which John sings. Absolute classic, this song. One of John's most iconic songs. So really, really good. It's John reflecting on his life up until that point. People who he's lost, people who he's got. Just really, really good song, and the piano on it, it's mind-blowing how he can write songs like that. Especially considering he wasn't very old when this came out. He'll have been 25 when this came out, and he writes it like he's a 70-year-old who's got he's feeling a bit nostalgic and looking back at his entire life. He doesn't sound like a 25-year-old writing songs like this, I tell you. Anyway, after that we've got Wait, which John and Paul both sing lead on. It's Lennon McCartney song. Wait was actually, as I've said in the last video, supposed to be on Help. It was going to be the closing track of Help, but it got replaced with Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Now, Wait is a good song, but it's not good enough to be a closing track, I don't think. It would have been a bit of an underwhelming closing track, but here it works fine. And it was re-recorded in the Rubber Soul sessions, but yeah, good song. Then we have If I Needed Someone, George's second composition on this album, and the second song he sings lead on. Really like this song. It's the only song the song which George wrote that they ever played live on their 66 tour. Really like the guitar on this one as well. George plays it really well. Anyway, then we have the closing track of the album, Run For Your Life. John hated this song. It's a Lennon McCartney song which John sings, but he hated it. But it's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I actually quite like it. I really do like this song, actually. I was just listening to Rubber Soul before, so obviously since that's the closing song, it's the most recent song I've heard. And yeah, I really like the guitar, and I actually quite like the lyrics. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But anyway, yeah, I'll talk about the album cover. This was taken at John's house, I think. It was maybe Paul's. It was one or the other. It was more like that way around, and then it started when they were that way, and then when the guy, does it say who took the picture? Robert Freeman was showing them it sort of fell, so it glitched out or something, and it ended up looking like this, and they wanted it like that instead. So yeah, and it's also the first album that you'll find where it doesn't say Beatles on it. It does on the back, but not on the front. It just says Rubber Soul. Doesn't say Beatles on it. Anyway, 10 out of 10 this album, without a shadow of a doubt. Fantastic. It's masterpiece. Great, 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 great album. Love it. And the next album's even better. See you then.